said that at this call, what we are trying to achieve with this meeting is also to hear views, what Nigerians think, and at the same time, reach out to the leaders of various ethnic nationalities, various regions, to speak to their people, for us all as a group of people, as nationalists, to tamper, because this, everyone, as Professor said at the beginning, people will call hoodlums. These are invariably our brothers. These are our sisters. Like yesterday, the palliative warehouse in Mazamaza, Lagos was looted. I mean, who were those that went there? These are human beings. These are people that were hungry. Obviously, they are hungry. That's why that eventually happened. And questions followed. On that note, I would want to use the opportunity to bring Alhaji Usman Bugaje. Alhaji, if you can unmute yourself, please. And I know and I understand that you are on the road.
Yes, thank you very much. Let me first apologize for joining rather late, and that means I've missed a few things. So I do ask for forgiveness if I repeat what has already been said, or I find something missing and I may not be able to address it. So I think what is important at this stage is, I think, to have a good understanding of the issues. I think most of us will not be surprised that what is happening has happened. In a way, there are things we saw coming. We have an administration that does not prioritize competence, an administration that does not respond to citizens, an administration that holds citizens in contempt. And therefore, a lot of what we are seeing is basically what we already know are things the way they are, and begin to see what can we do to change it for the better. I think we have to go back to the basic source of the power that politicians are wielding. We have to look at the political culture, which is a rogue political culture that is not driven by knowledge, is not driven by national interest. It is basically a selfish, greedy kind of enterprise that capitalizes on the ignorance of the people, and therefore collectively, because even if this regime comes and goes, we still have to deal with political culture, and it's likely to throw up the same kind of people in leadership, and we are going to continue to face these problems. So I think if we reduce things to what they are, and we try to have a thorough diagnosis, I think we have to look at the political culture, the fact that our politics is empty, the fact that political parties have no content, the fact that they have no conscience, they have no courage, and the fact that a lot of the people who are going to be thrown up in leadership positions, both at the National Assembly, at the State Assembly, at the leadership, governance level, at the presidential level, at the federal level, are all going to be people who are going to be of that kind, where they do not even have a good understanding of the issues, and they do not have the interests of the country in mind. So this is one thing that I think we should go back to. The second issue is the fact that the elite, and this includes a lot of us on this platform, have not yet organized a consensus. There is no consensus among Nigerian elite as to where this country is going to go. Where do we want Nigeria to be in the next 25 years, in the next 50 years? If we do not have that consensus, we are going to be stuck where we are. Then in the northern direction, the southern elite are pulling in the southern direction, and the country will be stuck in one place. We're not going to make much progress. We have seen many countries who have gone through, which we have gone through crisis, but that have been able to craft a national consensus, have been able to make a lot of progress over the last 20 years when we have been stuck. Rwanda is one of them. Korea, after its own crisis, is another. Singapore went through a similar process. And these countries are now the envy of their peers, precisely because they've been able to organize a consensus. So we need to agree exactly where do we want this country to be. And we need to ensure that the national narrative is not about ethnicity, which is a phase that we are really, the whole world is getting out of. If you look at the trend in the world, we are talking about global citizens, people living in California, working and doing business in China. This is the world that the young people are going to live. They're not going to live in the world of, tribal sentiments and even where you're located. Where you come from. So we need to begin to even change as elite the narrative. We need to start looking into the future, and we need to start looking at the knowledge economy that's going to drive the world, that's going to make us competitive as a country. We need to start thinking of big ideas. At the moment, we are stuck with the politics of big men. This is so and so person's party. This is XYZ party. We need to start thinking in terms of what are the big ideas that can actually bring progress
Alhaji, I think you're.
I think that I think that Dr. Bugaje has gone into network challenges.
He has gone into a virtual tunnel where his network is now no longer palatable to hear him speak clearly. And maybe we'll bring him back again. So, Senator Engineer Barry.